So that's what I do. That's how I've acquired all my properties without having to put 20% out of my pocket down.
Okay.
I go find a house, I fix it up. Now the house is brand new pretty much. And I've been able to buy this property, flip this property, make money on this property, and refinance this property, and rent this property out without using a penny of my own money.
I'd rather be crying in a Bentley, sipping on Hennessy, drying on my tears with some $100 bills.
Flipping the script for somebody, I'm gonna tell you that I'm being selfish on my part. I know I am. This year, I'm really doubling down on saving up to buy my first property. Well, I have my residential property that I stay in right now, but like my first investment property. What would you tell someone that's getting started, that's moving in that direction? What would be the first step?
So the first step I would ask you is, how long have you been in your residential property right now?
Oh, we're at 6 years now. I'm at 6.
What are you gonna do when you move out of there?
So that's a debate. And the debate is because my HOA is they're and the HOA is gonna be a lot for me to my plan is to rent it out.
Perfect.
That's my plan. If I can make it happen, I'm gonna rent it out.
So if you rent it out, you're in a good space, because once you rent out your property, depending on which lender you go to, I don't want nobody trolling me on this, but I have lenders who, once you rent out that property and you get an executed lease, you get your first month's rent and your security deposit, then when you go to qualify for your next property, you don't have to be able to, they will cancel that mortgage out. Right. So they don't have to take into consideration that mortgage for your debt to income ratio. Now, my next question would be to you, what type of loan do you have on that property? Is it a conventional? Is it a FHA loan? Is it a VA?
I think it's FHA. Oh, Lord,
FHA.
Where'd the words come from? It's through VHDA, so
okay, got
it's
you.
Probably FHA.
FHA loan. Yeah. Okay, cool. So what I would tell you is a couple ways you can do this, but most of the time, if you're buying an investment property, the lender's going to want you to have about 20% down.
Right.
Now, there's a way around that. It's called the Bird method. Well, so
it starts with B and it with a method.
Yeah, you can do the Bird method, but another way around it is, say if you since we're talking investment, say if you find a property you like, it got potential, but it need to be rehab. Okay, you can go buy that property, hard money, private money, fix it up, use all of their money, fix it up and get the equity up. So let's just say you buy the home for $200,000. The ARV, once it's fixed up, that house is worth $300,000. Right. Let's just say you need to put the rehab value of that house, the amount of money that you need to put to bring it to that $300,000 valuation. Let's just say you need to put in $40,000 into it. Well, what you can do is you can get the house, get the hard money lender to fund that acquisition, that purchase, right, and that rehab, and all in, you're $240,000, right? Right. Now, once you finish that rehab, now the house is worth $300,000. You go to a bank and say, "Hey, look, I want to refinance my property, pay my hard money guy off, and then I want to be able to put this property in a 30-year mortgage, fixed mortgage." Yeah. When you do that, the equity, that 20% that you would have been bringing, it's already in the house. So that's what I do. That's how I've acquired all my properties without having to put 20% out of my pocket down. Okay. I go find a house, I fix it up. Now the house is brand new pretty much. And I've been able to buy this property, flip this property, make money on this property, and refinance this property, and rent this property out without using a penny of my own money.
Okay, hold on. You said without using a penny of your money. Are you, because I know with some hard money lenders, you still have to make that monthly payment while you're flipping and everything. Yes. So that was the first thought that came to my head. All right, maybe I can do this as soon as I have that monthly payment coming in. Yeah, so some lenders will want interest only payments every month, but this is why you want to build relationships, because the guys that I work with, they give you an option to do interest only, or you can do deferred interest, meaning that loan, at the end of the loan, you'll pay it at closing. All right, we got to talk. So they'll charge you. Yeah, they charge you maybe a point to do that. A point equals 1% of the loan. So let's just say we're borrowing that's $240,000. They may say, "Jasmine, I'll charge you 1 point if you pay me interest only payments every month. If you don't want to pay me that, I'm gonna charge you 2 points." So instead of paying $2,400 now, I would pay $4,800.
but I don't make no interest only payments. So I would pay that $4,800 and keep that loan for 6 months and not have to make no payments.
Wow.
Okay. So that's the importance of relationships. And of course, the more you build your portfolio, I go to the same people for my money every time. And I never really get a no. I know what type of deal they're looking for. I know how to bring it to them. I know what's going to work and what's not going to work. And sometimes I know if I would have to put cash out of pocket, because sometimes they want a 70% ARV.
Yeah.
And if those numbers, and when I say ARV, that means like the value of the after the repairs, the after repair value. If sometimes those numbers exceeded or the numbers don't work out, I may have to bring a couple dollars out of pocket, but I know that up front.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that was insightful. You got me turning down, because I've been over here like, all right, this year I'm doubling down. I'm putting the money up.
Yes.
I might be making some transitions before
and on
that.
note, let's take a quick break so everybody can kind of like decompress, reset,
sip my wine real quick.
Yes. I want to.